I am going to do a review of the Samsung Galaxy J3 Prime. So this phone is by Metro PCS, and I did an unboxing and a first impression video. If you want to check that out, it will be in the link in the description box below. And let's just get right into the phone and just the overall usage in daily life. So the design is really nice. It is a 5.0 HD display, and it actually has a really small footprint for a 5-inch phone. So it looks really beautiful. It looks like almost like a flagship in the front. Just the look of the front and the really thin bezels that I really like. And just the overall design is really nice. This curvature helps with the grip, and even the material in the back, the soft touch material, helps it so that it doesn't slip as well. So the design is overall really nice, and it also has a headphone jack, which is another really great feature, or a little essential thing you need to have. So it obviously has a home button. It does not have a fingerprint scanner, which I wish they had one, but then again, the price of the phone, it's pretty inexpensive, so I understand why I didn't include one. But so no fingerprint scanner. But if you go into the phone, you get a beautiful software. So Samsung is known for their Touchwiz and their ugly Touchwiz, but I actually found that this version of Touchwiz is really nice. It almost has that Android N quality. I really liked it. So once this focuses, so it's this white and blue theme looks really nice. Even the settings, I liked it for the first time ever for my Samsung phone, for me at least. And also just the overall software optimization and the speed and everything just really surprised me as a phone. So let's just take a look at the camera app for a little bit. And I actually have this cable thing right here. And so if I want to take it, it actually snaps it really quickly. So it's actually a really fast camera. It also has the home button double press to launch camera, and it is insanely fast. I'm actually surprised at how fast the camera is, and just overall really surprised at the speed of the camera. Now the quality of the camera obviously isn't the greatest. It actually is pretty bad. But for a phone this price, it's decent, and it can take decent photos with decent color accuracy, and it's just okay. But the 5 megapixel camera really struggles when you zoom in, as you can see. So another part where it struggles a bit is speakers, and I'm not a great music listener. I don't listen to music that much, but the placement, first of all, is pretty terrible because you can't even cup it with your hand. It's on the side, so it either faces downwards or it faces upwards when you're watching videos. So it kind of bugged me a lot. And even when you're playing games, you can sort of go on top of it and muffle the sound. So that was really annoying. And it's not even a loudspeaker anyways. So that was one thing that was a little bit disappointing. So another a little bit disappointing and a little bit iffy part was just the overall speed. I have mentioned that it was pretty good, but some apps, like especially if you had a lot of apps open and the recently used apps, it slowed down crazily a lot. And if you played games such as like Asphalt, it actually slowed the phone down so much. And games like Pixel Gun or Clash Royale, Clash of Clans, those run fine, but high graphic games like Asphalt, it does not run fine. So if you are a huge Asphalt person, this is not the right phone for you. You need to find a better phone that has more capabilities of processing, a better power. Now, the one thing that I really love about this phone is the display. And the display is not an AMOLED panel, but it is an IPS, but it gets extremely bright. In fact, I was really shocked at how bright it gets. This is full brightness, by the way. My camera can't even expose it correctly to match the brightness on the phone, but it gets extremely bright even in the sunlight. and it's totally visible in the sunlight. It's absolutely amazing, the display, and it gets quite dark as well. This is the darkest setting, so I'm really surprised with the display. Although it only has a 720p display, I didn't find it too distracting because it's a 5-inch phone, and 720 is okay for a 5-inch phone. I would have definitely liked it more if they included 1080p, but then again, the price. So it all comes down to the price, I guess. So another thing that I liked about the phone is the front-facing camera, or the selfie camera, and I actually really liked it because it has a 2 megapixel and it's a pretty good quality, I would say. And it's just as fast as the rear-facing camera. So let me just talk about the overall just daily usage. It's like for battery life, just the daily usage, like calling, browsing, texting, just the overall speed of that and those things. So the battery life, first of all, it's really good. So usually in a flagship, I would say I barely get through a day with flagships like iPhone or Galaxy S8 or LG V20. I barely get maybe 10% when I come back home at like 11:30 at night. This phone actually, I think, survives me through the whole day, and it leaves at about like 25%, so it's much better than those flagships. But I think my ideal percentage when I get back home is like 30% because I still use my phone. But then again, I still have to charge it anyways, so it's been fine for me. So the battery life, I think it's great, especially compared to other flagship phones, and it actually has a really small battery. And another really good part about the battery is that it is removable and replaceable. So you can just buy another set of these batteries and you can just replace it, and you can just fully charge this one and replace it back again and again and again, and then you'll get a full battery and you will be able to be much happier without being worried about battery life. And obviously, just mentioning, while we're here, there's a SIM card slot and a micro SD card slot up to like 32 gigabytes or something. So let me just talk about the overall texting, browsing. It's really great for those, especially with the amazing display. Browsing has been really pleasant for me. No, not really a major lag or anything. The speed is fine when you're browsing, taking photos, doing like games, and Facebook, Instagram. Those are totally fine. I didn't have any trouble with that. The only thing I had trouble with was high graphic games. Again, I'm repeating myself, but if you are going to be playing high graphic games, then I definitely do not recommend this phone. And if you're going to be taking a lot of videos is where it kind of gets laggy. So that's also not a phone for you. And the video quality is not that great anyways. So that's been the review. And if you have any questions, please comment down below. And if you like the video, please subscribe. And please leave a like below. And thanks for watching.